Our intelligence and cyber teams were tasked to immediately commence investigation into the matter to get those behind these fake messages arrested. In addition, a public notice was published to notify the general public that notifications were false, fraudulent, invalid, and not coming from the Ghana Police Service, and that efforts were ongoing to get the perpetrators arrested and brought to justice. I am delighted to announce that the operation by the Intelligence Directorate has yielded very good results, and 7 suspects have so far been arrested in connection with the circulation of those fraudulent electronic traffic violation notices. Preliminary investigations into the scheme revealed that proceeds collected from victims through the provided links were being channeled through multiple mobile money numbers before being consolidated through one Martha Koshi, a mobile money vendor based at Ada in the Eastern region. Acting swiftly on this intelligence, a police team proceeded to Ada on 23rd February 2026 and arrested suspects Martha Koshi, Peter Ofori McCarthy, and Alfred Kofi Totime. During interrogation, suspect Martha Koshi disclosed that a man named Prosper Otumfuo, based in Winnipeg, was the individual who often sent her money to be redistributed to other mobile money numbers and a bank account. Prosper Otumfuo was therefore identified as a central figure in this fraudulent operation. Following this disclosure, the team proceeded to Winnipeg on 24 February 2026 and arrested suspect Prosper Otumfuo. A search conducted in his room led to the recovery of cash amounting to 4,188 Ghana cedis, multiple SIM cards, mobile phones, and laptops believed to be connected to the fraudulent activity. He was conveyed to Accra for further questioning. On 25 February 2026, suspect Martha Koshi led police back to Ada to identify the individual who introduced her to the principal suspect. This led to the arrest of one other suspect, R0bery, age 33, who was identified as the person who had connected Martha Koshi to Prosper Otumfuo. A search conducted at R0bery's room led to the recovery of one black Dell laptop computer, 2 hard drives, and one Samsung Galaxy A22 phone. One other suspect, Christian Aklehe, age 32, a mobile money vendor, was also arrested. A search in his room and his mobile money shop led to the recovery of the following items: 3 keypad phones, 2 Samsung smartphones, 1 GCB debit card, his Ghanaian passport, 14 Telecel SIM cards, 1 MTN SIM card, 1 ADBE switch card, a Ghana card in the name of 1 Duku Rose, and cash amounting to 6,790 Ghana cedis. In a further development, on the same day, suspect Michael N.M. Amemonu, age 33, arrived at the Intelligence Directorate to visit suspect Prosper Otumfuo. He was soon identified by investigators as a member of the criminal network and a recipient of some of the proceeds from the fraud, having received funds on the Telecel cash from suspect Martha Koshi. He was immediately arrested for questioning and is currently in custody assisting investigations. Further investigations have since revealed that the modus operandi of this fraudulent scheme is as follows. Suspect Prosper Otunfo registered a Telecel cash SIM card in the names of family members and associates, including suspect Robert Aklehe, suspect Michael Edem Amemonu, and other individuals. But after registering these cards, he retained them in his custody for the purpose of receiving payment from victims. Upon collecting funds from his victims, he would transfer the money to suspect Martha Koshi and furnish her with registered Telecel cash numbers in his possession, directing her to redistribute the proceeds accordingly. This layered structure was designed to obscure the trail of funds and also make detection difficult. All 7 suspects, Martha Koshi, Peter Ofori McCarthy, Alfred Kofi Totime, Prosper Otunfo, Robert Aklehe, Christian Aklehe, and Michael Edem Amemonu are currently in police custody assisting investigations and will be put before the court. Investigation is ongoing to identify additional members of the syndicate who are still at large. On behalf of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Teteyunu, I wish to commend the officers of the Police Intelligence Directorate and at the CID headquarters for the speed, diligence, and professionalism with which they pursued this operation across multiple locations, that is from Accra to Adan to Winneba, to dismantle this criminal network. We wish to inform you that the Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with stakeholders comprising the Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Transport, National Road Safety Authority, Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, the National Insurance Commission, and the Ministry of Finance are in the process of engaging Parliament for the amendment of the road regulations to enable the rollout of an automated traffic law enforcement program known as Traffic Tech GH in the coming months. The Director of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, Chief Superintendent Mr. Alexander R0bery, will soon share with us further details on the Traffic Tech GH program. The Ghana Police Service remains committed to protecting the public from all forms of fraud and cyber-related criminal activities, and ensuring that those who seek to exploit the name and authority of the Ghana Police Service for criminal gain are swiftly identified and brought to justice. Thank you very much for your attention. I will soon invite Chief Superintendent Mr. Alexander R0bery to give us some highlights of the Traffic Tech GH program. But before that, I will do a few tidbits in the G for the account media.
Please, but before that, we want to seek clarification. You said in the beginning that Adan in the Eastern region, but there are 2, Odan in Eastern region and then Adan in Greater Accra. We want to get a clarification. Where is the arrest made?
So let me do the G. I will explain as I go. Ebeye na watching ni Ghana Police Service Kenya no NCS said the Paponifor be the Sumasias and this and the text messages Emma for na when your message said what committed traffic offense and now one jump red light and you see your mouth fine no your chair your bobo to so now your chair set for particular online account be na put to access canon yenya yes no ye post sign in Mr. Christian Teteyunu share intelligence directorate for say almost 30 nhwehwemu na ni pa bone for I test the money no yenchi omo na yemfa omo fa imra kwanso ampa eno actually so ye ma Ghana fo nyina so te say ni ayekoso ni nti obia ema ni na ho na saa nipa bɔnefoɔ yi antumi anye ne sika ɛnne kwa ampanyame nkyɛ deɛ yɛ mmeranteɛ yɛte ɔmo huku mmɔnten so ɛsate yɛ ɔmo hwehwɛ mu no saa bere yi yɛakye nipa ɛyɛ nson a ɔmo hyehyɛ saa nneɛma yi ase na saa nipa no mmea a yɛkye ɔmo no bi ni ɛna meba bɛbɔ so yi akra ɛne yɛsate hwehwɛ mu no ɛde yɛn kɔpie ada a ɛwɔ eastern region ɛfie greater Accra region ɛyɛ nkran mantam mu ha ada ɛnyɛ ɔda ada a ɛwɔ nkran mantam mu ha ɛyɛ greater Accra region efi ada ne nso ɛde yɛn kɔpie winiba ɛwɔ central region ɛna yɛde ne nan mu asan kɔpie ada ɛna yɛkyekyere nipa nson yi a meba abɛbobɔ mu din Yedi kan ye friend of Martha Pash, ni Otosubio Peter Ofori McCarthy, Alfred Kofi Totime, Prosper Otumfo, Robert Akleke, Christian Akleke, and Michael Edem Amemonu, as Abre, Danny Bansu in our Omo Apost for Akachi. Nani Asafwe Yenny said, on my register, SIM cards are good baby. Yɛkye baako yɛhwehwɛ ne ho nneɛma yɛnya SIM cards ne nko a telesellfoɔ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ 14 dunan ɛne other networks MTN ne SIM na ɔregister ne bebree wɔ amanfoɔ bebree din mu owie a na wɔkipu ne nyinaa wɔ ne ho na sɛ ɔmo dada temammufoɔ na ɔmo sɛ ne sika ne ma ɔmo a na ɔmo akyehyɛ gu account SIM cards no mu numbers na ahodoɔ ne nyinaa so sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛyɛ deɛ ama polisifoɔ sɛ yɛbɛtumi atrɛsi ɔmo nanso deɛ ɔmo yɛ nyinaa akyi yɛtumi ama saa bere yɛn nsa aka ɔmo a yɛkasa yi ɔmo wɔ polisifoɔ akakye a yɛde ɔmo bɛkɔ akɔgyina court na saa syndicate a ɔmo di saa nsɛmmɔne yɛnim sɛ ebi ɛka ho a yɛkasa yi egu so a yɛhwehwɛ ɔmo na yɛn nsa ka ɔmo a yɛde ɔmo bɛkɔ kwan so sɛnea sɛ na mewie no na arehyɛ mu a yɛde ma Ghanafoɔ ne sɛ Nkoswa enso police ase na munya information bia efa crime ho a monhyɛ na yɛntimi ntu ho anamɔ sɛnea yɛtu saa anamɔ yi a aboa yɛn amaya kyekye saa nipa bɔnefoɔ biwie no na mɛto nsa frɛ ɛyɛ Osei chief superintendent of police Mr. Alexander Kwekwoden na saa traffic tech GH program yi a nipa bɔnefoɔ yi asate di anybody wakyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛnea ɛte botaeɛ a ɛsɛ akyire ɛne nea yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde yɛda wase
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director General of Public Affairs of Ghana Police Service. Dwelling on the existing protocol, I'm called here because of the problem that has been outlined by the President we have on Ghana Police Service. It's nothing that police service for some time now. You are aware, since 2023 to date, we engaged you across the country. We embarked on stakeholder engagement. Why? Because there is a worrying safety problem that confronts all of us in terms of incidents of preventable crashes, associated deaths, injuries, and damage to properties on our roads. Because of that, the police service has put in place a strategy to enhance efforts in terms of gathering evidence on road users who are committing a lot of traffic offenses. human behavior. And because of that, police service has built a capacity by introducing traffic tech GH project, which is basically putting in place IT system that has cameras, that have got scanners, some of which are in our vehicles, some of which are deployed on tripod like what you have here, some of which are also being deployed at hazardous junctions across the country on our roads. So far, we have deployed these equipment and testing them. We are testing to gather evidence on one, speeding, which accounts for about 60% of all road fatalities and serious injuries as a result of crashes. They are also gathering evidence on those who are violating red lights. We are also gathering evidence on many infractions that in the course of time we will engage in at the appropriate time. With this, we have been able to engage our stakeholders across the country. All the transport operators are with us. And we are doing it together with our partners, i.e. the National Road Safety Authority, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, National Information Technology Agency. We also are working with Postal and Courier Services Regulatory Commission, National Insurance Commission, among other plethora of agencies we are working with. So far, with the test we have done, we have issued certain caution notices to drivers who are violating speed regulations. We are doing this because we are moving away from the current in-person traffic enforcement we see as to a digital one. Because Ghana is ready. Because Ghana can boast of ICT infrastructure supervised by the Ministry of Communication with fiber optic broadband and with digital resources. We are able to deploy these cameras and scanners, gather evidence of speed, and then process them at our back office, and then issue electronic notices in the form of text messages. And our text messages that we are issuing are currently caution notices. And so I'll pass on these samples for us. We have so far issued over 120,000 caution notices to drivers who have violated the speed limits on town roads. Instead of 30, some of them are moving above 30. They receive 30. Instead of 50, some of them are moving above 50. Tickets are being caution notices. And those who are also engaged in excessive speeds more than 90 kilometers per hour and 100 kilometers per hour on highways and motorways are also receiving caution notices. We are deploying caution notices because the law, which will require police to issue electronic notice of violation, is in the process of maturing. Fortunately for Ghana, for the first time since independence, the Road Traffic Regulation 2012, LI 2180, is being repealed with a new one which was laid yesterday in Parliament. And it is Road Traffic Regulation 2026. It was laid yesterday successfully. In that new regulation which has been laid, awaiting for the 21 working days. And you go into that regulation, Regulation 242, the heading is Automated Road Traffic Offences and Fines. Until that LI matures, police, as Director General said, hasn't got any legal mandate to issue electronic notice of violations, which when the law matures will do. When we start, when the law matures, what is it that we are supposed to do as a sense? It's very simple. We have built our back office, our equipment are ready, personnel have been trained, sensitization started long ago and it's ongoing. I also share, we have our Q&A, which we share with you. On all these things that some have gone viral online, we will intensify it when the law matures. And in it, when you deploy your vehicle on the road and you move about latest speed limits, our camera will capture you around the clock on our road. If you engage in running red lights, the cameras will capture you. There are other offenses up to about 46 on the 9th schedule under Regulation 242, which is coming, which allows police, this police mandate, to use our scanners and PDAs and all that to also gather evidence and then process it at our back office without sometimes stopping you go. And within 3 minutes to a day, you receive electronic notice of violation on the vehicle owner's phone or the driver's phone. The electronic notice of violation, which the law allows us, a copy has also been provided for you. And eventually that one will also be shared. I would like that we give it out. Those are discussed. This one is the electronic First, this is what I'm talking about. The caution notices that were sent to members of the public whose vehicles were used by drivers to violate speed limits. It was just a caution notice. And the caution notice, a lot of vehicle owners have them and drivers. The heading is caution notice. And it is, you mention your vehicle number or it is sent as a text to you. The owner's name, the geographic location where the vehicle was picked, and the date and time of the place. And the offense is always speeding currently. And it's a caution notice. And this is the caution we leave. And I'm reading it. This is a caution notice. No fine has been issued. Soon, the Ghana Police Service will issue electronic tickets for similar traffic offenses. If you are not the owner of this vehicle, visit DVLA to effect change of ownership of your vehicle. And this is where we are getting to. Regarding sensitization, this is in the system, and and we shared with you and you helped us in the past. This is the Q&A for Traffic GH by Ghana Police Service to our partners. And we have branded it #PRO. So we are saying that police invisible eyes are watching you. That is it. The actual design, which will soon also be distributed in this one. When you receive the tickets on your phone, the law says the offender has 14 days to pay using Ghana.gov payment platform, and it is on the schedule for payment, Ghana.gov platform. That is where government services are redeemed. Again, if you want to pay online, it is the link is delivered on the ticket when it's done. If you have a yard, we have USSD code. It is *222# *222#. The last option on the Ghana.gov, the last option is MTT GPS MTT traffic. And when we go live, when the law matures, that's when Ghanaians, vehicle owners and drivers who will commit and receive electronic notice of violation will go on their own and use other electronic means to pay. So currently, as DG said, we have not started. And so that platform has not been activated. You only get to the first point. Because when you take the option traffic on the USSD code, it will ask you to provide your ticket number. And we have not yet started issuing tickets. Within 14 days, you are supposed to pay online. By 7 days, if you have not, and we have provided a schedule for you for the handout again, police will again send from the back office a reminder notice, and that one is also provided in the law. And another electronic notice of violation called a reminder or remind you for that you have the remaining 7 days to pay. If after 14 days you have not paid, the law says under 242 that you become a defaulter, and that when you go to DVL as a vehicle owner or as a driver, you cannot request for any services on your vehicle, whether to re-register, whether to do road readiness, whether to lay off, or if it's a license, you cannot also renew it. We are in contact with NIA to also ensure that we are denying the services using the NIA card. And then every day after 14 days, there is the law that is coming. The surcharge is 1%. And your vehicle will also be looked at for and impounded. Because we are moving away from the manual to the digital space. And so far as Ghana Police Service is concerned, through the MTTV, all we are saying is that we are counting on the media to continuously remind our clients that we came to them, we sensitized them on our traffic GA project, and we assure them that the airline is in the process of being legislated. Fortunately for us, yesterday it was made. So we hope that by the end of April, all of us will gather here and a press release or a press will be held on the commencement or operationalization of traffic GH for the first time in Ghana under the new road traffic regulation 2026, Regulation 242, with the heading Automated Road Traffic Offences and Fines. Thank you very much. Mechanic brief. Now, I can say, and chair from 2023, and the police here said, yes, a son, a point of passenger traffic enforcement. If he said, soon by would draw come on and push that you see many people. I will carry happens. I give up a police or her. The Mississippi, I didn't become 80 police administration. Led by certain levels, and she shared no weapon said. Yampa cameras, Yampa PDs, and this is one, the infamous post for. Now say, Oko Mikabo so, Oko red light, and in Yama say, Camera. Camera, let me travel, let me know. Now, Opa, and Brad, and Eva, the Sabra, no Pema Posify. Ama, evidence. I don't say anything. Yes, in fact, you better own a phone so. And it's a phone so. About the ball. Say an electronic notice of violation. 80. And Russia said, and not do nothing. Won't you have and this are in January. You never court. And now make a noise also a better also. No, yes, as well. Now, your bomb will any for why you're going to marry. You call around the country, the stakeholders. Now, the other said, and they are just saying that now. So, as I said, policy and ready why. Let me point the Osei Ministry of Transport and DMU. Ama Boye and Rana Road Traffic Regulation 2012, LR 2018. But Daniel and the 4 bar and Ra. And the Parliament, a detour, I agree 21 working days. Road Traffic Regulation 2026, and Ramon, the Munuba Pratafan, a Tosso, a Hanu, and yet Yanami, having a say, automated road traffic offences and fines. Say, oh, Yamfa Abel, any other say. Now, yes, son, near found folks now. I found electronic notice of violation, a text message. At the side, we are going to receive Ghana water bill and NASA electricity bill. Silent. Now, say, Obeson, your first government policy, a Ghana.gov platforms, a hawk and a Lucia, two tickets in the bar, we are made, we are Android. Say, oh, yeah, Titiano, I friend of Yam one. And also, remember USA code, and about tickets, star 222 hash. And we are follow the prompter. We will the option for entity. Press that. And because of our ticket number is shape. It's Ghana. It is a we go 4.0 say, particular say, it will just get the app of the year. Yes, Ghana.com. Online the sanity for so do I have a shabba and Sunday. On my parliament, see, police never share the brand. Now, for one, you have got us, you have a ticket in the mouth. Then you are there, and you never one appreciation. This is not one in the back. Now, say, when she had within 14 days, and I'm programmed 14 days. Empress, as a year, Bopo, because a year, Bopo, yes, and we did a brand sick. You think it's more fair day. Sunday, Uncha, yes, I'll send it. Yamon Kai, another person is in the party, friend, reminder notice. I know, I am to share now. Say you 14 days now, Famu no and I be saying, I will Ghana from Sophia. And now, and run the petrol say every day 15 days go ya which you want to say aka scan as you can scan so much na say unja ya uko didi na uko person is no car on ya o license is no road be no ya unti transfer o car unti lay it off and things like that o license so sa ya sasole and I digital one o karaka na use this unja na party for o we ma ba chia emphasis so na sa shewe ena ye gu akwamu aye she na mi ekwe se ela na sha se account for guru and eto so secondary aka ye fa de se 19 days is a cra ending of April na yema ya ye gu ho ye back office ye machines ya to ya station ye we bibia na one ba for so ba Ghana for wa ko be fuma ko fa red light wa go be campus akoya ne me bia ta dia ba shia ba anya fe ye no ko ko nya mo so ke mo fus na wudi mu ne an obi anu nya se ni in se sa hye we e na ya ye kan se bra ne be bia e bi be do se de in fact take it bia ko ma bia se office command o mo ya sa de ba mo fo it e so de se as a project management team the project coordinator on behalf of Ghana Police, more investigators in Anya of Mofwe as well, say, renewing in said, Okaka, one was and she and said, the one that was the Uguru Asana, Yarigana Funa Ashasi. You say, no, Ashasi, every year, humanity now, every person. Every day, if you live with the other one of the students, if I want to my boy, I say, yeah, you went to the town. Let me hear the idea of buy everyone. If I want to buy them, say, I have a full I feel a chassis. She say a choice of home. And maybe a knowing bar, and then mean I have a home. Sir, you're not up there for you, baby. I will do that. You need to have 1 year of with the obvious. So, the Akasa police invisible eyes are watching. They know this.
One it's you are doing tests of the system. You haven't deployed. You haven't started operation. Yet the bad boys have gone to your way and start doing things to defraud the country. What are you doing to ensure that when you finally deploy, you will not get these people in the way to be short-changing the systems? English.
Oh, first of all, police have been very proactive, and the other general talked about it, that when we got the information, we did not sit on our oars. Proactively, quickly, with speed, we necessarily deployed the investigators, and so far, all those behind this have been apprehended, and investigation ongoing. Secondly, I said, under this project, police is very meticulous, because for a police to roll out anything, it should be guided by a legislation. And not only that, when we get the legislation, since police is also service-oriented, we also go out to serve our clients, vehicle owners, road safety advocates, and drivers, and transport operators, and absentee owners of vehicles among others, and passengers and everybody. And therefore, sensitization has been very central to this project. You recall we went around, you have the clips, and before we commence, we are with the airline lead, we are going to intensify sensitization. That's what I said, and you have been very helpful in that by offering us rich platform to engage the owners of police service Ghanaians on what is coming. What is coming, we needed to wait a bit because we needed law to educate, to inform the content of our broadcast. And therefore, in the coming days, when the airline is gazetted, we'll have the number and we'll start engaging because we need to share information. And that's all that travelers need. That's all VK owners need. And therefore, we are leveraging on not only the reactive way of detecting, arresting, and going to court, but also being proactive in the sense of sensitizing Ghanaians. And that's why, as central to this strategy, the very day that the service will roll out this operation, traffic tech GH operation, which is automation of traffic law enforcement operation in Ghana, there will be a press release from the Inspector General to all over that we are gradually going to move away from the in-person or the manual way of detecting, stopping, arresting, taking it to our charge office, processing, going to court, for the court to see, for us to prosecute. We are gradually going to move from there to the digital space where when you commit, within 3 minutes, you will receive electronic notice of violation. You have that time up to 14 days to pay online without anybody paying anything. That is the best practice everywhere, and that is what, under the SDG, the UN requires Ghana to do as a member country. And so we are enhancing our enforcement effort by leveraging on existing digital infrastructure in Ghana to deliver this service. In this, we will see a lot of informations and materials that will be shared for public affairs. So look out for some of these on GA Police TV and on our social media handles. And a lot will be bombarding because we want to serve Ghanaians on this. So it is both reactive and proactive strategies we are going to use. And I know that the system we are deploying is quite different from what these miscreants and criminals did to us. It's just unfortunate. However, we will share with Ghanaians what the new things that the law will pass. And we will share the law in this electronic form with our stakeholders. So they will get to know. And like I said, the bottom line is that when you commit offense and the ticket, the electronic notice of violation, which will be clear, sent to you, you will do the payment on government payment platform Ghana.gov, either the link on your Android phone with the tickets, or on the ticket that comes to you on your YAM phone, a USSD code, then you do it. With this, I don't think the USSD code and the link has also been hacked by the Ghana.gov has been hacked by these crimes. And so, Mr. Peter, this is what, among others, I will be doing. And we'll be doing that with you, because it's more about information sharing.
Second one. Please. This money we are going to collect from this, we know we are going to generate enough money because there will be no leakage again. And before this, I have received panic calls from some people, some of which are referred to you, some are referred to the director general on this case, the bad boys were doing. This amount of money that we are going to generate, what is the target for this money? What are we going to use them? Because for road funds, we know what is going to use the money for. What this money do? Where is it going? What are we going to do as nation building?
I think that Karen, please. This is in terms of generation of money. It's not new. The year R0bery, about 800 Ghanaians were put before court, and when they were convicted, the court imposed fines on them. It amounted to I think 600,000 Ghana cedis. The money went into the consolidated fund, and that is it. The police in all our services, those that are fees and charges require that the Inspector General Police receive such fees are paid back to the central government. And so that's it. So we also support in generating revenue to government to support policing among other services.
you. Why not instant?
All right. The document which is before Parliament is this one. Very fresh. The name is this. You see, I've said that it is digital. Whether instant or digital, you are not paying any money to any police officer. You don't pay money. The police officer will only gather evidence. And in that particular speed, the camera is there, you run it. There will be notices warning you as you approach it. But if you do it, you might not know that the camera has captured you. But on your way, I said 3 minutes or more, we have built a back office. Police officers are working there 24-hour 3 shifts. They are working there now. It is at the coded place. At the right time, we may contact you. And when the ticket comes on your phone, it will naturally come on your phone because we have access to your license information. The law allows us under the road traffic regulation to get it free from DDA. So we get it. We know you. We know your telephone number. We know everything. So the ticket will come to you as a driver or the owner as a case may be. And within 14 days, that's the law. See, that we have procedure. You then pay because you must allow the person to also reflect. And normally with traffic fines everywhere in the world, that's how it is. Ours, we have upgraded it because we are not using paper. No paper tickets. It is here. And so when you see it, within 14 days, I think there is a reason why Parliament said within 14 days. Because you must also allow the Ghanaian to also have liquidity to pay the fine. You understand? So otherwise you become a defaulter. And so when within 14 days, whatever it is, if you work for, you are a worker as a public servant in the security service, you go by 15, you are paid. Or the other person by 20 or thereabout. So it is very flexible. It is Ghanaian made traffic tech GH. It is not imported. It is designed by Ghana Police Service with different departments to deliver traffic services to our traffic organizations. Know that you are potential allies, and whatever we do must be responsive to you. Because we just didn't come up with a proposal for this legislation. A lot of research went into it. Data was consulted, and feasibility study was done. The Ghanaian says that yes, are committed. Sometimes it takes also days before people are put before court. But now, within 33 minutes to 1 day, a ticket comes. It's like you're in court. You have within 14 days to pay. How much are you paying? In the law is there. I must say, in the law, what we have legislated is that any other offense you commit in Ghana, which will attract automated fine, is 126. That one, let's note it. When you start, it is only speed. The speed, when you move above 30 kilometers per hour on crowded road, 50 kilometers per hour on built-up roads, 90 kilometers above 90 kilometers per hour on highways, and above the life balance. So that is how it is. Thank you very much. Digitally.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. We are happy that Chief Superintendent Mr. Alexander Obeng has been able to take us through the Traffic Tech GH program. Please do as you always do for us, share with your listeners, your readers, your viewers, so that Ghanaians will be in the know what programs we have put in place to ensure that we protect the life of every Ghanaian on our roads. Thank you so much for your attention. We meet you again soon when the program is finally rolled out. And then some way is a traffic tech GH program never ever Ghana phone and accidents I would see a So ebetini esi ano mpo yate sopra na yabo Ghana tememuni bia enkwa ehumban ebra ebie akoye nyuma so abano yeda masi the mama masi for ne makenka for ne mahwefo aso and thank you yeah no